Om Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes. We had a very good petrol for the body. Yes, so now vehicle will run, right? Okay, be active. We are going to a very interesting branch of mathematics called as probability. Before coming to the topic, let us just all of you have seen what is called toss, putting a toss. When a coin is given, you just toss it, right? In cricket match, this toss is very important. Some of the pitches will speak that if you win the toss, is going to win the match. That's what they say. So when a coin is tossed and it falls with the head up or tail up, we call it as tail, other face. Is it not? And some more example, a die. A die has got faces and that numbers will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you just shuffle it and put, one of the faces will come, but not more than one, right? So one of these faces will be there. That is what is called a die. You might have seen in the snake and ladder game and some other games also. And this is also, all this comes down about guessing the result. Nobody can guess the result, is it not? So it's a very interesting branch of mathematics. And even playing cards. In the playing cards, you have 4 types of cards. See, this is a black card, is it not? So there are 13 in this type. And this is what is called a spade. Spade. There are 13 cards in this. And these cards, of course, some of you may know it. And I should not waste your time and all on that. But anyway, one of the interesting hobbies, just to spend the time in some functions, they play these cards. Okay. So when you show like this, we can't make out which card the person is using. So there will be 4 persons. And this is called as arranging of the cards. And totally there are 13 cards. 13 cards like this. And it is called Ace or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 number cards. And these are the colored cards called JKQ. JKQ. J means Jack, K means King, Q means Queen. So there is a set of 13 cards. And before playing, they will shuffle it, well shuffled. So that is what is called as spades. and the second one is called heart. This shape is called heart shape. Heart shape. Okay. So there are 13 cards again in that heart shape also. Starting from Ace to 10 and then colored. So there are 13 cards of this type that comes under hearts. And next one is diamonds. This is called as diamonds. Again there are 13 cards in this also, starting from A, like this shape, that is called diamond shape. There are 13 cards in this. And lastly, you have clubs. This is what is called as club. Actually, it is not an Indian game. The Britishers who are ruling us in those times, they introduced all this type of unhealthy games. So there are 13 cards like this. This is called as clubs. So this is a deck of 4. So these are the 4 colors that are introduced in the game of cards. Okay. And the colored one, they are called King, Queen, Jack. They are called as face cards. Just now I have shown you the colored one. They are called face cards. In every type there are 3 colored one. King, Queen, Jack. They are called face cards. So why I am telling is, as there is some problems on this, we should know what type of cards. For those who don't know, of course most of you may know, but this is all the Britishers that left out this system. And the concept of ratio. You heard about ratio, no? When a two same type of things are compared, we get ratio. Suppose you say height of Rama is 5 feet and height of Krishna is say 6 feet. So we compare them. Similarly, weight of Rama is say 30 kgs and weight of Krishna is say 35 kgs. Compare. We write is to. That's called ratio. It can be written in the form of a fraction also. Fraction means it has a numerator and denominator. The first term is done in numerator and the second term written in the denominator. Or it can be written in a decimal form also. This is about 8 times 20. 20 means 3 times. Like that it continues. That is called decimal form of it. Here also, suppose you want to write fraction form, it is 30 by 35. Or you can say also equal to 6 by 7. 5 6 are 5 7s are. And fraction on decimal form is 8s are 5s are. You can say 7s are, like that it goes. And I have seen ratio, how the fraction to be added. There are 4 operations under fractions: addition of fraction, subtraction, multiplication, division. And decimals also, how to add decimals, subtract decimals, multiply decimals, divide decimals. All these things you have studied in the previous classes. Okay. So we are introduced into a new branch of mathematics called as probability. Probability. You heard the word probability? Guessing. So when a toss is put in a match, you guess the two captains will come near and they say, you want to bat first or bowl first? Is it not? When the coin falls on the ground, the toss winner has to decide. Is it not? They will select one of the two. So it's a branch of mathematics which has been developed to deal with situations involving uncertainty, and some results are not certain. For example, we have a statement like India may win in the cricket match today. And first of all, we say India will win the toss, depends upon the toss. So if he wins the toss, there are probability. Nobody knows who will win. Is it not? So very mysterious. Our life itself is mysterious. From morning till evening, we will not be knowing what we are going to do. Of course, we have some brief idea. We will meet with so many persons. We will do lot of actions, all these things. Na? So, that is called probability. It may rain today, especially in rainy season when the clouds are there. We guess the clouds are becoming black. We feel that it may rain today. Sometimes it may rain, sometimes it may not rain. Sometimes in the hot sunny day also suddenly clouds will gather and rain may come. Is it not? So that is what is called as probability. But you have to guess it. It is a very interesting thing to guess. And train is likely to be late. You will be waiting in the railway station. There will be announcement. Train is likely to reach at 10 a.m. All the passengers are requested to cooperate. Actually, the train was supposed to be come at 9 o'clock. The announcement says likely to reach by 10 because of some leveling, cross leveling. No, that is a problem. Or some trouble in the track. Some other reason. Then they will announce it will be late. Even flights also sometimes. Due to bad weather, flights may be late, delayed. Is it not? So, in all cases, we guess the result. That is what is called as probability. The prices of petrol or diesel may come down. Now, it is shooting up. It has already crossed 100, century over. The people are expecting, let it come down like that. Now, the war has started. Russia and Ukraine. Because of the war, again all the prices are increasing. Mostly petrol, diesel and natural gas. There is a heavy blow. So naturally all other commodities also the prices will go up. But the citizens will think that it will come down, it may come down, let it come down, they say. So that's all what is some of the examples of probability in which the result is guessed. It's a very interesting branch. And theory of probability starts with the games of chance, such as throwing a dice. Even Mahabharata you have heard about. Mahabharata whole story started after the game of dice. There, Shakuni, the uncle of Kaurava, plays a very crucial game, and he somehow convinces Yudhishthira or Dharmaraya. He invites them for a game of dice. Bad luck to Dharmaraya. He did not remember God at that time. Always, for every action he must pray to God and start. then all work will go smoothly. But unfortunately at that moment he did not remember God. So went on playing dice game. He lost kingdom. He lost, means he got defeated. Lost means they are there. He got defeated, his brothers, his wife, himself, everything he lost. But he went on playing without thinking, without taking consultation of his brothers and wife. He went on, putting into the game. A very vicious game. He is caught in the vicious circle. And all the cover was planned in a very vicious way. And unfortunately he lost everything. Then the day has come, they have to go to forest. That was the condition, or that was the effect of the dice game. Now it is also used in biology and agriculture also. The farmer will put the seeds. He will think that I am going to get so much of crop, so much of profit will come. I am spending so much of money, so much will come as a profit. Like that he guess. Sometimes he will be successful, but there will be sudden rains, sudden wind, something will happen. And then whatever estimate he had made will be a failure. In biology also, in economic also, the prices of commodities sometimes suddenly shoots up. Example, gold cost will suddenly raise up, comes down sometimes. Is it not? During COVID's time, there were a lot of fluctuations in the market. Genetics also, how the chromosomes join, and the parents would guess whether the child is a boy or a girl. Is it not? They guess. And in the branch of physics also, the probability works out. Sociology also. So in all branches of studies, we have this probability. And also you should know that the probability theory has its origin in the 16th century. Italian mathematician by name Cardan wrote the first book on the subject, the book of games of chance. He was the first man in the 16th century. So he wrote a book on games of chance. You may win or may not win. So he went on writing, guessing things. But a proper idea was given by Laplace. He is a famous mathematician also. His full name is Pierre Simon Laplace. He made significant contribution to this field of theory of probability. Whatever problems we see now, it is all his contribution in those days. And this is Pierre Simon Laplace. There are a lot of theories on him, and he has developed so many problems and even given good solutions also. And now we will see what is meant by random experiment and its outcomes. Experiment. You will be doing a lot of experiments, even in daily life also. In laboratory also, you do a lot of experiments, right? You take something, you add something, you do something. All those things you will be doing experiment. When eating also, you will be doing experiment. Idli, vada combination, that is one experiment. Instead of vada, if you have pongal, what is the experiment? So like that. So here also, a random experiment always has more than one possible outcomes. When the experiment is performed, only one outcome out of all possible outcomes comes out. For example, when you toss a coin, either head may come, so result will be, let us say, A. It may be head or it may be tail. So this is possible outcomes, out of which out of which only one outcome is possible. So we call it as E, either head or tail. One of the two will happen, both will not happen. Either head may fall up or tail may fall up. One of the two will happen. That is what is called as the random experiment. So either head or tail. Okay. Similarly, suppose you have two coins. Come on, what do you get? That is called random experiment. Say A is equal to two coins. If you have, it may be two head. Both the coins may have head up, or it may be one head and one tail, and it may be one tail and one head, or it may be two tails also. These are all possible. These are all what do you call it as possible outcomes, out of which one may happen. So when you have two coins and toss it, out of these four, one may happen. Okay. Then we say probability is 1 by 4. In this case, it is 1 by 2. Out of 2, 1 will take place. So that is very interesting branch of mathematics. Let us go to some details about this. Suppose you throw a die, it can show 6 different ways up. It is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So one of them. So these are the possible. So this is a surface of a die. So there may be 1. This is 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6. Okay, any one of them may fall up. Okay, and what is a die? Die is a well balanced cube with its 6 faces marked with the numbers or dots from 1 to 6. Okay, one number on one face. So it may be 1, 3, if it number means 1, 3, 5, like that number may come, or it may have dots also like this. Okay, it's a well balanced cube. So here we are telling that it is a neat cube. There should not be any other marks in that. That's also important. So drawing a card, just now I was explaining about it already. A deck of playing cards consists of 52 cards divided into 4 suits, means 4 colors. 13 cards of spade, this is called spade, 13 hearts, 13 diamonds and 13 clubs. Spades and clubs are of black color. So these two are black. Okay, and others are red. So these two are red. The cards in each are, first one, instead of 1 you call it as ace, A. Then there are colored one, king, queen, jack, they are colored. And these are the numbers in that, starting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the number. So instead of writing 1, they take it as ace. So cards of kings, queens and jacks are called face cards. They are colored one. Okay. So drawing a card at random from a well shuffled deck. So what you must do, you must shuffle it. So you have to shuffle. Shuffling means putting all up and down. And the other party will not be knowing what number is up and down. So deck of playing cards. And one more experiment you can think of is drawing a ball from a bag containing identical balls of different colors without looking into the bag. So in a bag you have some colored balls, small balls, maybe green, yellow, orange, red, like that. So which ball is going to come out, we don't know. Just put your hand and take it out. Especially for making cues and all, they will have small, ball type. So whatever number comes, come on, number 1, number 2, number 3, like that. So whatever number comes will be called first. So this is also very interesting. So drawing a ball from a bag. Okay. So these are some of the what is called as random experiments, and results are guessed in that. So this type of doing action is called as trial. Is an action which results in one or several outcomes. See, putting a die like this is called as a trial, or taking a card and putting it is called as trial, and tossing a coin is called as trial. Okay. For example, tossing a coin. An event means for an experiment is a collection of some outcomes of the experiment. So that is what is called as events. How many times you do it? How many times? For example, playing cards, you will be doing so many times, is it not? That is what is called as events. In throwing a die, an event could be the die shows an even number. What are even numbers? That is 2, 4, 6. So this is an event. We call it as A. If it is odd number, 1, 3, 5. The second experiment. Phase 1 may come up, it may have 3 may come up, 5 may come up. I can have prime numbers 1, 3, 5. Again, prime numbers means 1, 2, 3, 5. Is it not? So this is what is called as events. So what is the formula now? Probability of an event. This event corresponds to 3 outcomes in the case of even numbers 2, 4, 6. So probability of an event E is written as P of E. P means probability, E means event, and this event is taking even numbers or a die showing the even numbers as dots in the top. These 3 are there. So PE is equal to number of outcomes favorable to E divided by number of all possible outcomes of the experiment. Okay, in this experiment, favorable is 3 by 6, possible is 6. So you have 1 by 2. Always probability will lie between 0 and 1. Always a fraction. It will not be more than 1. 1 means 100%. 0 means doesn't occur. For example, in the summer season now, and number of days in which the rain may fall, will be call it as 0. That will not happen. Suppose in a girls' college or girls' school, number of boy students is 0. Or in a boys' school, number of girl students is 0. It will not happen. Number of white crows is 0. So it will not happen. But all the events can happen. For example, 6 out of 6 can happen sometimes. So it is 100%. Sometimes you write percentages also. Say like 25%. Chances are 25%. 50%, and if it is 100%, especially election results, election result, they guess before the result come out what is the percentage of a particular government, a particular party may win. We write in percentages. So suppose a coin is tossed at random. At random means at any speed. we have two possible outcomes, head and tail. We may assume that each outcome is H or T as likely to occur as the other. In other words, we may say that the two outcomes H and T are equally likely. It may be head, it may be tail, is it not? So that is a very interesting thing which you are come across every day. A coin is tossed once. Find the probability of getting a head or a tail. So let E be the event of getting a head. This is how to write it. Okay. Then possible outcomes are head or tail. That is equal to 2. Two results. Number of possible outcomes. Getting a head is 1. One of the two. Is it not? Therefore, we say number of outcomes favorable to E is equal to 1, head only. So here possible outcomes is 2, not 1. 2. So chances are 2 here. So probability is equal to probability to E. E means in an event of getting head. PE is equal to P head is equal to, what is the answer? Answer is number of outcomes favorable to E by number of all possible outcomes of the experiment. So that is equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, getting a tail, that is also 1 by 2. Is it not? So when you toss a coin, head may come or tail may come. If head comes, we say 1 by 2. Tail comes means we say that 1 by 2. Is it not? So that is what PH. P, you can call it, if the event is called as E, then say PE. This is PF, second one. Event of getting a tail is PF. Probability of an event F is PF is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Now we shall see home assignment. Find the probability of getting a number 2 in a single throw of a die. How many times 2 will come? Which of the following is a random experiment? Suppose you guess the answer to a multiple choice question having options A, B, C, D, which only one is correct. You drop a stone from a height. Each of Hari and John chooses one of the numbers 1, 2, 3 independently. So out of this, which is a random experiment, you must tell. Okay. Now let us see what Baba says. Bhagwan Baba says, character is the most precious gift of education. Okay. So come prepared with the answer. Thank you.